Students, I hope you all are doing good. Students, let's begin with today's session. In the previous session, if you all remember, we did the chapter from your beehive, and that was chapter 3. It was the chapter from moments that we did, and the name of the chapter was Ishwaran the Storyteller. Okay, and today I am again taking you back to your beehive book, and we are going to start with the chapter 4. As you can see on the screen, it is A Truly Beautiful Mind. This chapter is about Albert Einstein. I'm sure you have heard about him. He was a great scientist. Okay, so this is a very short story taken from his autobiography that we are going to be reading. Okay, and so I want all of you to be with me. So you can open up your beehive books. Okay, and I would like you to turn over to page. Yes, so we are on page 46. So yes, be ready with your books. So let's begin with the chapter. Now let's start with the introduction. What it says: what do you think of, who do you think of when you hear the word genius? Who is a genius? What qualities do you think genius has? We shall now read about a young German civil servant who took the world by a storm about 100 years ago. In summer of 1905, 26-year-old published in quick succession 4 groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of particles, electrodynamics of moving bodies, and energy. So students, I'm sure you are aware of these terms. You must be learning them in your physics. These are all physics chapters. So from this we can get to know that Albert Einstein's major subject of interest was physics. So he was just about 26 years of age when he got all these, when he studied and made discoveries about all these theories. His work took up only few pages in scientific journals, but changed forever our understanding of space, time, and entire cosmos. Entire cosmos means the galaxy or the universe, and transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. So yes, so Albert Einstein was the first person to receive this title to be called as genius. 50 years after his death, Albert Einstein's genius still reigns. So that means he still rules the the world of physics. So let's begin. Paragraph 1. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. So you can see the meaning. Freak का meaning होता है a person who is dumb, who is stupid. Okay, about a person who is unusual and doesn't behave, he doesn't look similar to the other people. He is very different. To her, his head seemed much too large. So so this is about, the first paragraph is about when he was born, the year he was born, and how he was different as compared to the other children of his age. At the age of 2.5 years, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. So the youngster played by himself. Now there is one incident when he started talking. Let's read that. Otto Neubauer, the historian of ancient mathematics, told the story about Einstein that he characterizes as a legend, but that seems fairly authentic. As he was late talker, his parents were worried. At last, at supper table means the evening snacks. One night, he broke his silence to say, "The soup is too hot." Greatly relieved, his parents asked why he had never said a word before. Albert replied, "Because up to now everything was in order." So see, when he started talking, this is how he began talking. And again, this sounds very weird. So let's move over to page 47. Yes, so page 47. So youngster, much of time he especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" So since the childhood days, he was very attracted towards the mechanical toys. Okay, so when his sister was born, so he comments by saying that where are her wheels, because he considers his sister to be a kind of a toy, and so he was looking for the wheels. Yes, so this is a very funny incident. Paragraph 3. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he'll never make success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. So this is one thing that he continued to do throughout his life, and this was because of his mother. Amateur का meaning students दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे, that is when you do something for your enjoyment, not in terms of professional. For example, you all play cricket, and nowadays I guess you are playing PUBG games. So you all are you are not professionally involved in that particular hobby. You are just playing it for fun. Okay, so you would be called amateur players, right? Now let's go over to paragraph 4. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation. Regimentation means rules and regulations, and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled. Stifled means he felt suffocated there that he left the school for good. So see students, in the paragraph 3 and 4, what we get to know is that he was a good student, but just because of the rules and regulations of the school, he did not enjoy schooling. Okay, and even his headmaster commented to his father that no matter whatever profession he takes, he is a dumb person and he will not be able to study well or excel in studies. But then later on, when he was really interested, he started doing good. But again, I would say the thing which disturbed him or held him back, okay, that was the behavior of the teachers. So because of the behavior of the teachers, again he lost interest in his studies, and at the age of 15 he left school. The previous year, Albert Einstein's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussion, means a long discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. So finally, his parents went to Milan and he was staying with his relatives. But then, yes, after a lot of request, he was allowed to go to Switzerland, and there he continued his studies. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at university in Zurich. So Zurich is in Switzerland. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with valorous mustache. Valorous means untidy, okay, I would say. You can see the picture. So let's move over to page 48 now. So yes, he also felt a special interest in fellow student Mileva Merrick, whom he found to be clever creature. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the University of Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. Einstein saw her in an alley. Alley is a group of friends. Alley against the Philistines. Philistines, the meaning is given, a word used disapprovingly to talk about people who do not like art or literature. Those people in his family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. Constantly at odds here means किसी के किसी को एग्री मत करना, किसी के खिलाफ होना, किसी के अगेंस्ट होना. ओके, सो एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन एंड जो इसकी फ्रेंड है जिसको लेके वो अट्रैक्टेड होने लगा था, so both of them did not have much interest in art or literature. Okay, so that is how both of their I would say nature or views matched. The couple fell in love. Letters survive in which they put their affection in words. Mixing science with tenderness, wrote Einstein, "How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion." So this is how Albert Einstein wrote letters, in the terms of technical terms. Okay. Paragraph 8. In 1900, at the age of 21, Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in a patent office in Bern. Now, patent का मतलब यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है students, a document which gives rights of invention to an inventor. Okay, for example, let me explain this more. Patent, whatever products you are using at the moment, may it be shampoo, toothpaste, anything, all those products have to be given a patent, have to be given a certificate. Only then they can be sold in the market. Okay, that is how they reach our homes. So it's not easy. So this is his first job where he started. Formally, he was working as a teaching assistant, but that was part-time. So formally, his first job was in 1902. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's invention, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. So this is what he was doing in his first job. While he was doing his work and writing patent certificates, side by side he was also working on his inventions. So paragraph 9. One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. From this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy. So that is E is equal to mc square. So this is how the first formula came into existence. This is again part of your physics, so I will not be going much into detail about this. You just need to remember from the question answers point of view, you need to remember this, that when he started, when did he create this formula, and how did he create the formula. Okay, so now yes, when you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. When you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That is relativity. So see, in a very funny way, he has explained, Albert Einstein has explained in his views about E is equal to mc square. Now students, let's go over to page 49. I hope you all are with me and you're enjoying the chapter. Yes, so page 49, paragraph 10. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unraveling. अनरेवलिंग मीनिंग यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है स्टार्टिंग टू फॉल, मीन्स उसको कॉम्प्लिकेशंस काफ़ी थी उसकी पर्सनल लाइफ में. लेट्स स्टडी क्या हुआ था. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off. So Einstein's mother, उसको Mileva नहीं पसंद थी because of 2 simple reasons. One is कि वो उससे 3 साल बड़ी थी. Second, Mileva की आइंस्टाइन की मदर को लगता था कि वो आइंस्टाइन की तरह ही बहुत बोरिंग है. She will not be able to get on well with her daughter-in-law. इसलिए सो आइंस्टाइन ने अपनी वेडिंग को थोड़ी देर के लिए डिले कर दिया. वेडिंग ऑफ का मतलब होता है डिले इट फॉर सम टाइम. The pair finally married in January 1903. and had 2 sons. But a few years later, the marriage faltered. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. So, this is how his personal life was. Not very, I would say, smooth, but he had challenges there also. Paragraph 12. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected, means they would change direction, through the sun's gravitational field. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. So, see students, in spite of his personal problems, he never let his professional life suffer. So this is something which even we should learn. ठीक है, you should always divide your personal life and professional life. तो उसके बावजूद भी he was able to come up with a theory and it got recognition. So paragraph 13. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. Lauded का मतलब appreciation by the press. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to United States. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar, means बहुत upset हो गए थे. Many of them had fled from fascism, just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. So यहाँ पे एक change आया था. In 1933, Einstein had left Germany and he went to United States because उन दिनों में there was a war going on between the Germans and the Nazis, and Nazis were being very I would say dominating. They wanted to be in power and they wanted Germans to become their slaves. ठीक है, so that मतलब उनके नौकर बन जाएं, उनकी चीज़ों को फॉलो करें. Einstein did not like it, तो उसने जर्मन छोड़ के he went to United States, America. So let's go over to page 50, our last page. Yes, so page 50. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned a single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed an atomic bomb in secret project of their own and dropped it on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. So students, actually हुआ क्या था यहाँ पे? Einstein was trying to just warn, ठीक है, warning दे रहे थे American president को that this is what is happening in Germany and they are trying to build an atomic bomb. So Americans ने इसको एक negative तरीके से लिया and they built their own atomic bomb, and that is how they threw that atomic bomb on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This is a very famous incident in the history, and if you want to go into details, you can go and search it on Google. Okay students, now paragraph 16. Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of destruction. This time he wrote a public missive. Public missive का मतलब होता है letter especially long and official, and ये open letter होती है, newspapers में print होती हैं ये, to the United States. In it he proposed the formation of world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. But over next decade, Einstein got ever more involved in politics. Agitating का मतलब होता है his anger and his irritation, for an end to the arms build up and using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. So see, what we can see is towards the end, towards his later part of his life, वो बहुत ज़्यादा involve हो गए थे towards the world peace. and he tried his level best to work for it. So what happens next is, when Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as visionary and world citizen as much as scientific genius. So yes, so his death was in 1955. He was at the age of 76. So we can say in the last years he completely focused towards world peace. Okay, and that is why he got the title of world citizen. So this is the chapter, students. Now let me quickly show you the notes that you're supposed to be writing. Yes, students. So your today's session, it has two files. Okay, so you can see the file one. File 1 has the chapter attached to it, and then it has the stanzas here, which you have to note down in your copies. Then along with that you have the short question answers. Okay, and then we have file 2 as well. Let me show you that also. Yes, so this is your file 2. File 2 covers your long questions. Okay, you can see the long questions which are attached. Along with it, I'm also sending you some BBC practice worksheets. Since we have already done diary entry, students, I would like you to solve these worksheets. Then pages are mentioned above, and these are I would say 5 questions which you can solve in your BBC worksheet itself. Okay, so this is with our session today, students. Now we'll meet next week, and in the next week session we will be I'll be picking up your poem. Okay, and perhaps one topic of your grammar, right? So till then, please try to complete the notes. I hope you're completing it side by side simultaneously, and nothing is pending. Okay, so yes, so we'll meet next time. Till then, all of you stay safe and be healthy.